Yo, what's up? What's the deal, everybody? This your brother Abu Nas. Live on location from my place of employment. I'm in the conference room right now. Just basically coming back from court, and got my little lunch going. So I want to just at least spend at the very least maybe 10 minutes just going over this episode 9 trailer. And I actually caught the end of it as I was coming up the street, to my office, and I saw that title, "The Rise of Skywalker." All right, I was gonna put a full blast video on this tonight when I got home, but to be honest, the more I thought about it, the more I'm just so fucking fed up with this shit. I really am. And I pretty much, I don't even know if I want to be bothered. I know the Senate's gonna have something tonight. I'm so tempted to ask Sif to just bring me on there, but then again, I'm like, I'll just spaz the fuck out. But but let me just break this shit down to you, okay? First of all, their whole setup was cringeworthy. Between JJ and Kathleen Kennedy, didn't that chick look nervous to you? Like, like they had to drag her out of whatever hole that she was in, and sit up there on the stage, knowing that all the fans knew, of the bullshit she did, you know. And JJ Abrams, he's really trying to say all the right words and say all the right things. Still cringe, man, because it's forced. Stephen Colbert, man. Oh my God, it hits. If he was a him being the moderator is laughable, absolutely laughable. But you got to bring somebody in there to to play the how should we say play the conductor. You had to be somebody had to be the conductor of that whack ass orchestra. Anthony Daniels looking all I don't know what was wrong with that panel, other than the fact that not near one of them wanted to be there longer than what they had. And they talked about everything else, showed a lot of pictures and stuff, and I none. You know what? I can't speak for everybody. I really can't. But for myself, I just could not stomach the fact of all the fan service that they really trying to give through this thing. But here comes the trailer. The trailer goes by, it's 2 minutes, but it's 2 minutes of the music and Luke in voiceover telling Ray that generations, hundreds of generations of Jedi's is in you now. Now I'm assuming that's Luke's force ghost, because Mark Hamill said he's not in the movie but 10 minutes. So that told me he's coming back as a force ghost. You know what I always said, force ghosts don't do it for me. So that's that. So pretty much he's just reiterating, Rey's mission. Now some time has passed. So, Rey, she ignites the lightsaber, do some sexy backflip. Rey, Mary Sue Rey doing Mary Sue things. Ain't nothing changed. I mean, she ain't really got no training. Who trained her? Who trained him? Luke is gone. Unless he's a force ghost training up. So all of that now that told me. So if you going that route, you doing it off site, which means off camera, which means that's your your first sweeping of the retcon. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't train Rey in 8, I'll have you do it off screen, and then by episode 9 come out, here you go, you're Mary Sue Rey, super bitch number 1. And you could do it all, but she was doing it all in 8. So what was different here? Okay, all right, so she do all of that. Here comes this December, this, that, whatever. I'm trying to more or less just go through it in my head. But you see Kylo Ren getting it on, and and Poe and Rose Tico, and chick chasing Finn, and nothing. And there's nothing that shows. It's nothing that shows anything that I feel like is part of any character development. They're just showing images. So, like I said, this trailer is meant to get you hype. Yo, hype machine. Some people liked it. Other people, like myself, it's like, because what did I say in my tweet when I saw it? I was like, that's the title? Seriously? Waiter, check please. I'm done. Because I already knew what was behind it. All right, fast forward, you go through all of that, blah, blah, blah. Now you get to Lando. Of course, this is the moment where if you ain't got nobody else, if Han Solo's dead and Luke Skywalker's dead, Carrie Fisher's not among us anymore, but you're using copy and paste to see what works. Hell, bring back Billy D. And they did. And look what they did with him. They put him in the same goddamn outfit that he wore in the Solo movie. I was like, seriously? Y'all guys are really trying to push Solo? Y'all can't let that shit go. He didn't make no fucking money. He made no money. But you gotta throw old ass 82-year-old Billy D in the same clothes. Well, the tailor just gotta stitch it up a little bit, but we can make it work. Just so you can try to remind us of that abomination that was Solo. Stop it. Just stop it. But you had Billy D for the nostalgia, so you went full force. Now Billy D is back in the Falcon. And he's going, yeehaw! Because they're going through the hyperspace. But my theory is he's probably hee-hawing because he got that bitch the sex droid. Yeah, the sex droid that took over the Falcon. Now she probably talking to him, and he's going, yeehaw! So he's back to that pansexual shit. I don't even know. But but it is what it is. So you get through Billy D, and you go through the motions and blah, blah, blah. Now here they come. And it's like the crashed site of the Death Star, because you see the circular thing. And, now you get, because that's really like towards the end, and the music just blares up, and, and then there's the copy-paste thing with Leia hugging on Rey, but you can't really do anything with copy and paste, material. Especially since you filmed a lot of scenes and it didn't use it. Well, I don't know how you could use it to give Leia a competent story, but hey, you got to do something, right? So, so behind that, here comes the title, The Rise of Skywalker. And then Emperor Palpatine laughing at the end. All right, let's break this shit down, okay? Now, remember, folks, I'm giving you the advanced breakdown, okay? To pull away all that other bullshit and, get the nostalgia out your system, okay? Because I know you've seen something. Now you finally seen footage from the actual movie. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. This is where all the Marvels play into. Okay, so you finally got some footage. Now, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Okay, well, let's break it down. First of all, Luke Skywalker's voiceover says to her, we gave you whatever knowledge, we trained you. All the knowledge we passed on to you, we can't pass anymore. I'm paraphrasing. We can't pass anymore. That's the voiceover. And I'm sitting up here like, you passed on knowledge? What knowledge? You didn't teach us shit. Nothing. On the 3 lessons from nothing. So what did you do? The only way you could have done it was be the Force Ghost and trained her off site of the movie. Because if there's a few years later, obviously Mary Sue Ray is ready to rock. So that told me you're gonna have a flashback of her training. But even then, it's a fucking cop-out. Because you should have did that in episode 8, which brings me to the whole point that JJ didn't have a plan. And as he was writing with Lawrence Kasdan, and it's almost like, choose your own adventure. Rian Johnson was on the other side of town doing his shit. Choose his own adventure. And the shit collided and it came out to nothing. So whatever plans that JJ had, he had to beg Chris Terrio, a real writer, to come in and help clean this shit up. But you can only do but so much. So pretty much this shit is choose your own adventure. We chose option B. make Mary Sue Ray into somebody that could be related to a Skywalker, because that's the name of the movie, The Rise of Skywalker. I have to add that little, accent for added effect, because you got the Emperor there, which is cool on the surface, but to really take a hard look at this, think about it. Having Palpatine come back, because after you fucking had Snoke up there for 7 and 8 and you built him up like the big baddie, and then Rian Johnson shitted all over that. So now JJ had nobody. What is he gonna do? You can't bring back Snoke. Shit, nobody ever fuck about him at this point. But I digress. Now you bringing Palpatine back, and how you going to do that? Darth Vader threw him down the shaft. He disintegrated. How are you going to bring him back? Are you gonna? Is this more flashbacks? Because it may be this movie may be flashbacks galore, and if it is, okay, but it's still a cop out. Because, like I said, bringing Palpatine back, you're just pandering to us. You're pandering to the prequel crowd. You're pandering to the OT crowd. You're pandering to us. So obviously, you fucked up. Now, if you bring back Palpatine as a living, breathing antagonist, you know what that tells me? That tells me you pretty much destroyed and disrespected the whole story. That's pretty much what this is. If you bring back Palpatine live in the flesh, in any way, shape, or form, you basically negated the entire arc of Anakin Skywalker. Think about that. The journey that Anakin had to go through his rise, his fall, and his redemption from Luke. And really think about it. You take a hard look. Never mind all the pretty images, and never mind the music that gets your eyes watery and all that. Fuck all that. Think, man. Palpatine alive? That tells me that you had no regard for George Lucas's vision, his story, what he was trying to accomplish. It negates it makes the entire story arc of 1 through 6 worthless. I don't even know any other way to put it, to be honest with you. I really don't. So that's how I see it. And when I see it like that, that pisses me off even more. Because there's no competent way that you could bring Palpatine back and then try to explain how the fuck was he dormant throughout the 30 plus years. Did he secretly build the First Order back? Well, shit, the books didn't tell that story, or at the very least, made him a shadowy figure that can pretty much connect the dots to Palpatine. No, the books don't even do that. Not even Chuck Wendig's dumbass shit, put that together. They just said it was his aftermath was some ragtag group that stumbled on the Palpatine's master plan, but he was already dead, according to the books. This was some continuity plan. Now, if you bring him now this is the second thing that I say is disrespectful too. Not only are you negating Anakin Skywalker's whole arc from his rise, fall, and redemption, you also, as you love keeping reminding the fans, that all the EU content is null and void. Null and void. So all the stories, all the novels, all of this, null and void. So they're not canon. But yet bringing Palpatine back, and you'll say, oh, this was one of the clones that he put together to hold on the side just in case, this came out, and then his spirit went into the clone and then he resurrected himself. You know what that's telling me? Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say? Yeah, well, the EU is not canon But let's cherry pick this little thing from Dark Empire and all of that. Yeah, let's get all of that good shit where Luke, had to fight with the clone of Palpatine because he resurrected. Yeah, let's put that in there. It's simple. We can get an OT member back. That's right. We can pander to the prequel crowd, the OT crowd. It's perfect. It's perfect. We ain't gotta do too much. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I can't. I can't with these people. The rise of Skywalker. Well, if Luke faded away and Leia is pretty much Leia, I know you're damn sure ain't talking about Kylo Ren. Okay, well, let's put this in perspective. Maybe you are talking about Kylo Ren as the rise of Skywalker. You do know he's a bad guy, right? Okay. Because obviously he's the main antagonist now. Or at least until Palpatine shows up as a Sith hologram or whatever. But if he's alive, now you're going to work that whole Kylo Ren redemption in there? Because that's what I think you're trying to do. And if you do that, you know that shit is fucking whack. Because we already went through that already with Anakin. Oh, I see. You probably trying to mimic George Lucas's, well, every saga, it rhymes and it's like poetry and it rhymes and stuff. So have Darth Vader go through his redemption and then have his grandson go through the redemption. Okay, I peeped that. You want to follow the maker on something, right? Because you wasn't using his story treatments that would probably have been better for the sequel trilogy as a whole. But I digress. Now, you do that, but Kylo Ren is not even an interesting antagonist, or he doesn't put no fear in nobody. He's been emo for the past 2 films. Now all of a sudden you gonna make him badass? You know? Like I said, the rise of Skywalker. Oh, is Mary Sue Ray gonna be a Skywalker now? Luke's daughter? Maybe? Now the popular opinion was that she was gonna be Obi-Wan's granddaughter, but we sitting up here like, so you're just gonna shit all over Obi-Wan's character, and even though he had his little romance and stuff, back in the days in the Clone Wars or whatever, but he left that go and was trying to be a full-blown Jedi. Now all of a sudden he knocking, smashing chicks on Tatooine. Now he fathers a kid, and then the kid fathers a. Come on, man. All right. Anyway, I gotta wrap this up because I gotta get back to work. I'm already hyped and I'm already pissed. And like I said, I'm just sharing my thoughts on this whole thing, the rise of Skywalker. All right, well, whatever. I mean, because to me, I would have liked this title had I actually cared about the characters that they had that was supposed to, give me great character development to want to see where they would go. I don't want to see none of them. I don't care. I have no love for no Mary Sue Ray, no Rose Tico, chick chasing Finn. Poe may be the only thing maybe interesting, but he, like I said, they wasted him and they just disrespected his character. I ain't got no love for no Poe. Fuck a BB-8. You don't see no Phasma in the trailer. Yeah, they just cutting out the fat now. They probably got rid of my boy General Hux. Who knows? But the rise of Skywalker is a farce. Anybody within the sound of my voice, please don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. The pretty images was only to sucker you in so they can get your money. Don't forget, man, we all went through war during this past year and a half. You ready to, I mean, that's like somebody slapping you up, taking your lunch money, daring you to fight, come back every single month and just totally disrespect you, call your mom all types of sluts and hoes, you know what I'm saying? Just run up in your house, doing it time and time again. And then turn around talking about, oh, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Exactly. come and watch my movie. Yeah, because you're a misogynist, sexist, racist. You fear strong women. You got all these type agendas having panels and sexual orientations, sexual identity orientations, and I'm sitting up here like, damn, whatever happened to having having panels or that talks about story, lore, character. Whatever happened to those panels? They got everything else but that in the Star Wars celebration. That place is a mess. I'm so glad I saved my money behind it. And shout out to all the YouTubers that I know that I rock with. Y'all took one for the team with this one, straight up. Because I know y'all probably trying to put on a good face or whatever, but y'all probably steaming just like me. You don't trust this shit. And just the fact that JJ put out the type of trailer that he did should make you to hate The Last Jedi even more. Because, to me, that trailer should have been Episode 8. If that's the case, have Luke there really training her. And then you can go into Episode 9 and go full blast. But no, this is just one film. So that's it, folks. That's it. The Rise of Skywalker. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Poor Snoke. Took 2 movies for people not to give a fuck about him. He had all that dialogue, didn't say shit, didn't do shit. He did a lot of shit that General Hux was something, fucked up, but it is what it is, man. Now you got Palpatine, and like I said, if he's alive, it's a disrespect to the PT and the OT. You negate Anakin's whole arc by having him alive and surviving that thing from the Death Star in Episode 6. There's no other way around it. Now, if he's a clone, then you're cherry picking from the EU, where you said that the EU wasn't canon, but you just had to have the carte blanche to pick that up and use that for your film, which told me that you ain't got a creative bone in your body, JJ. You just pick. It's like choose your own adventure that I can pick and choose from the EU. There you go. Mix it up. Slap a Rise of Skywalker tag on it. Let's go. Good luck. Because you ain't seeing my money behind that shit. I mean that. So have at it. This was my my thoughts on the Episode 9 trailer. This is your boy Abu Nas. This is The High Ground. I'm not on location at my law firm, my job. This Dress Down Friday, obviously, because New York, that's how I rep it. I don't have no music wrap up right now. I'll probably put something together in a couple of days. Right now, I'm just about trying to chill the fuck out and switch my gears to Game of Thrones, because this is the weekend for that for me. So other than that, everybody, God bless, much love. Stay focused. Stay focused, everybody. Do not let them sucker you into this movie. Don't do it. All right? Listen to your brother. I'm telling you the truth. Don't let them sucker you for it. For those that gotta do it, like I said, I salute you. Try to find means where you can see it and don't give them no money. Fuck them. Don't give them no money. Pay for something, like other people was telling me, pay for something else and sneak in to see it. Yeah, do that. I ain't doing shit like that. Already know I'm gonna see it by other means, and I'm gonna give my review there. But other than that, I ain't fucking with them. I'm done. The Rise of Skywalker. You mean Episode 9? The pandering. The Panda Fest returns. So have at it. I'll check you guys later. Peace.